what I've done is just put a little presentation together just to go through the sort of student activities team, what it is that we do, with obviously a focus on some volunteering opportunities that you can get involved in. So in terms of the student activities team, we are based in the Students' Union, and what we do is we specialise in supporting students to join a society or actually lead their own society. And through leading a society, you get really good leadership experience. We also look after all of the volunteering across the university, and our volunteering is focused on local volunteering. So that will be Leeds-based volunteering, but also recently we have branched out onto an online volunteering from home platform, which I think will be of interest, considering that we are restricted at the moment in terms of the types of volunteering that you can get involved in. We also look after community, and that is basically us supporting students to feel involved in the Leeds community. We have social enterprises on campus, so we have students that run an eco soup cafe, where basically they make their own soup and sell it on a pay-as-you-feel basis. We also have a food bank on campus, and we also have a thrift shop as well. In all of those opportunities, in all of those initiatives, sorry, we actually have volunteering opportunities attached to them. And then we have something which is called the Beckett Award, and that is an employability award that students in their third year can apply to do, and basically it demonstrates all of the extracurricular activities that you have done, and I can talk a little bit more about that towards the end. So in terms of volunteering in Leeds, we have opportunities that are based within charities. So we have about 120 partnerships at the moment with charities across Leeds, and we work really closely with them to help them build a volunteering programme, offer opportunities to students, and then what we do is we act as the middleman. So we kind of broker you guys to those opportunities, and we support you with that process. And then we also have volunteering within the Students' Union, and at the moment we have 2 opportunities, and that is basically how to be a society leader. We are running all of our society elections and getting all of our leaders in place at the moment to run their own societies, and we also have an opportunity for you to become a course rep. And that is basically where you provide feedback to your course leaders from your students about how the course is running, and that just basically allows that type of opportunity. So you see this website at the bottom, this here is where you can find out more information about the volunteering opportunities that we currently have. So in terms of being a society leader, there tends to be 3 roles within our volunteering opportunities. You can be a president, a secretary and a treasurer. To set up a society, there have to be 3 roles fulfilled. I don't know if any of you are currently involved in a society or would be interested in running your own society. It is fantastic. If you've got a cool idea, a hobby about something, then you can set up a society around that. It could be course-based, it could be faith, culture, political, even charity-based. For example, we have the Guide Dog Society. You'll probably see the guide dogs all the time on campus. And basically we have sort of 3 students that will run that society, and their focus tends to be around fundraising, and then sort of handing that money over to our local guide dogs within Leeds. So that's just an example of something that you can do. And we are looking for leaders to take over societies at the moment. You can see our web address at the bottom, just here, and also at the top. And so again, if you want more information around how you can become a society leader, then definitely get in contact with us and have a chat. These types of opportunities will still be running from September. So if you are coming back into the academic year in September, these opportunities are still current and will still be happening regardless of social distancing. We have made adaptations to allow our students to still be leaders, even with social distancing in place. We will be supporting those volunteers to run a remote society, But also as social distancing starts to reduce, then we will also be supporting the society leaders to run events also. You get such good skills from running societies. There's a big focus on organisation, on leadership, on keeping a team together, looking after finances, fundraising, like some really fantastic core skills that you're really going to need when you graduate. And it's a really fun way to get them as well. You get to do them with your friends, you get to do them while you're still running a hobby. So it doesn't really feel like you're gaining the skills until you get to the end and then you realise actually how much you have achieved and contributed. So if you are interested in becoming a society leader, then definitely look us up and get in contact with us. Even if it's just for a quick chat to begin with, we can help you with that process. So the next internal volunteering opportunity that we have is based around becoming a course rep. So this is basically where you represent student views and you work with your course leaders to resolve issues. You know, you might identify issues with your course mates around the costs of textbooks or how varied the reading list is. There's lots of different things that you can do. It can also be around the timing of lectures. Lots of things that you can do to try and tailor that course so that it reflects what you and your course friends want it to be, and you work directly with your course director. So those roles will be going live soon. So if you do want to become a course rep, you can just let your course director know now if you wanted to become a course rep. And then the 16th of October will be the deadline for when we have to elect those course reps into place. If you go on to the main Leeds Beckett Student Union website, there's actually a little form that you can fill in that goes directly to our student voice team, and they are brilliant, very prompt on their comms, and they will come back to you around how we can get that process going. Again, some really good skills to get from that, particularly when you think about probably some skills around mediation that you're going to be doing. You're going to be liaising between your course friends and the course directors, giving feedback, probably going to be quite diplomatic, good at mediation, and all of these skills you will pick up along the way, but it's really good to kind of just throw yourself into these things and give yourself the opportunity to gain those skills. So if you think that's something that you would like to do and help to shape your course, then again, that is another really good opportunity to get involved in. So as I said at the beginning, like last year, we probably had around 130 physical face-to-face volunteering opportunities. So we had students going out into local charities, doing befriending, we do work in care homes, work in schools. But obviously, given the current situation with COVID-19, we've had to pull back from a lot of that face-to-face volunteering opportunity. So what we've done is we have launched a volunteering from home, and if I can just bring that up, so you'll be able to see here that we have a volunteering from home program, and what that will allow you to do is if you just go to this button here that says volunteer from home, and you'll see here that we have a lot of opportunities. So you see a lot of them will say sort of volunteering from home. You will recognise this here. So we have things like Post Pals, for example, where you can make cards for children that are really poorly, because everybody loves getting post, and then they get really excited when you send them a card. We have things that are based around criminology, knitting. I don't know if anybody's into crafting, but you can knit for the guide dogs, you can crochet a heart that the hospitals are running. We also have knitting bonnets for premature babies. So what we've been doing recently is working really hard just to try and get these opportunities. So you can see there's a fair number of them. A lot of them you can just do really from your laptop. So you can see on here it say on hold, on hold, on hold. If you see these on our website, this just means basically that they're on hold and that we will be looking to get those reinstated as soon as it's safe to do so. But for now, if you are interested in just keeping busy, getting involved, there are lots of things that you can do just volunteering from home. We've had about 140 students so far sign up and get involved with these types of opportunities. So it's just something for you to think about. So you just go to the main Leeds Beckett Student Union website, go to volunteering, select volunteering opportunities, and then this page will pop up. So yeah, we do have a lot of opportunities based around sports and coaching. That one's just come through recently from Leeds Hyde Park Club, and what they will be doing is they're looking for people to kind of support them with their social media. All of that will be done remotely, so you will be sort of protected in that sense. So definitely have a look at a volunteering from home programme, but do keep an eye on the website, because as and when opportunities start to come up and it is safe for us to be promoting them, then we will be promoting these opportunities to our students. We are working hard at the moment to try and build on this programme. So there will be opportunities such as doing telephone befriending. We've got Nightline. I'm not sure if any of you are aware of Nightline, but that is basically like the Samaritans, but it's like adapted just for students. So it's run by students for students. And we work with Leeds University on that. So you can actually be a remote sort of telephone befriender for your students also. So that opportunity will be coming up. We're just working on that with Leeds Nightline. So if we just have a look at, I thought I'd mention about how to volunteer outside of Leeds, because it is something that we are going to have to consider, that more students may not choose to come and live in the city that they have chosen to study. Some may decide to stay at home. I'm not sure what your current situations are, but you may also be wanting to maybe you don't live in Leeds. So if you are interested in volunteering, then there's two places that I recommend. There is the doit.org website, and that basically advertises volunteering opportunities just across England. So you can basically just search for it, and then you can put in where you live, and then it will filter those opportunities down to where you live. So if it's Sheffield, it would then show you all of those opportunities that are currently in Sheffield. And then also your local volunteer centres, definitely give them a look up. Not all of the opportunities within Sheffield, for example, will appear on the doit.org website. Some of them will just appear through your local volunteer centre. So if you are interested in volunteering, it's well worth connecting up with your local volunteer centre also. And obviously the benefits around volunteering, this is a lot of feedback that we have had from our students. So they've talked around all of the skill development that they have gained. Some of them have even increased in certain, like their knowledge, for example, like our health-based students have worked with people with dementia, and that has really helped them to improve their knowledge around dementia and how to support people. But it's also around the key skills around communication, teamwork, all of those real core skills that you need to be graduating with. You can get those through volunteering. And I've definitely seen that through job applications that I have seen when people, for example, have applied to work in my team. The applications that really stand out to me are the ones that have got so many examples of things that they have done. So they've done volunteering, or maybe they've travelled. It's just trying to pack out your job application form with as many examples as possible as to where you've gained those skills. And if you're busy volunteering, then it's only going to support your job application and give you something meaningful to talk about in your job interviews as well. Networking, we've had a lot of our students go on to form really important contacts through their volunteering. And some of them have secured jobs as a result of that. So we had one of our students who went out to do some of our school-based volunteering, and they got a job as a sort of a trainee teacher, and went through the GTP programme that way. So there are lots of opportunities. It's honestly, how much you put in is genuinely how much you get out in most things, isn't it? So that is something for you to think about as well. And meeting people. I know it sounds a bit random to say that right now because it will probably be done remotely, but there's lots of benefits for you to be having just for your own well-being in terms of being able to talk to people and connecting with people, even if it is just through telephone befriending and it's not as face-to-face as we would like. So there's definitely some benefits there for you to be thinking about. And then finally is the Beckett Award. So this is for third years, and it basically recognises all of the extracurricular activities that you have been doing, and it basically helps you to recognise all the skills that you've gained. Sometimes we have students that are involved in so much volunteering and running a society, and we go and we try to say to them, look at all the skills that you have gained, and they don't quite realise themselves. So by going through the Beckett Award process, it's basically a framework of like 12 competences, and it basically gets them to talk around how they've gained leadership, how they've gained global awareness, teamwork, and it basically helps them draw on their examples of volunteering and apply it to these core competences. It's just a really good way to get you thinking about your job application and how you apply yourself and how you present yourself on paper to really kind of get your foot in the door for that job interview. So definitely have a think about the Beckett Awards if you are going into your third year, and you can definitely talk to us about that. So I've just popped up our volunteering website link there, and also our email address. If you just go to the main Student Union website, you will find that we have a section for societies and a section for volunteering. And you can find all of the content that I've just been talking through today. So yeah, but do feel free to get in contact with us.